All right, good morning, everyone. Hopefully, you guys can hear me fine. I think so. Let's start off on NASDAQ. I also want to check on the daily time frame just because I haven't checked on the daily time frame in a while. So I just kind of want to zoom out, get an idea of what's going on the bigger picture. And I mean, it just looks like we're ranging. That's really what the daily time frame looks like. Down to the 4 hour time frame, we got this strong 4 hour demand zone down here. Honestly, the move overnight was pretty impressive. The move overnight is pretty big, not gonna lie. I mean, what, it's almost, yeah, it's 1.3%, 350 points, or 1,400 ticks, which I think is huge. Do I think it's going to continue through New York session? I'm not sure. I mean, just because we're going to be at the top of this range, I think for the buyers to really continue, they're going to need to be very strong, which could happen, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Yeah, I also have a zone that I'm really looking at, which is just a 90-minute supply zone that looks like we're going to be approaching today. Okay, I mean, this kind of looks like a 1 hour supply zone here. I also gotta check if we have any high impact news today. Yesterday we had high impact news at 10 a.m. and I don't want to say I knew it was gonna short, but like I knew it. And I couldn't get back into the trade because I had already gotten hit break even 3 times, and I had already taken 4 trades. So honestly, like yesterday it was good. Like I read price action fine, I executed fine. It's just the break even kind of messed me up, which sucks, but it's gonna happen. And I think the rule I'm gonna change for that is just like maybe I shouldn't break even if I've only been in the trade for less than a minute, because that's what happened yesterday, or even less than 5 minutes. Who knows? But yeah, I didn't even journal yesterday. I was very upset, and it was just one of those days where the best thing you could do is just walk away, and that's literally what I did. As soon as I got off stream, I just turned off everything and walked away. And now I'm here today. Hopefully, hopefully it's a good day. I mean, the move overnight was pretty big, so anything could happen at this point. I hope since the move overnight happened, like, the market doesn't slow down or anything, but we'll see. I'm looking at this 90-minute supply zone that just got ran through here. And I'm just gonna keep it because it's gotten respected. I would say, like the candle closes here and the retest here, I think are perfect. So I'm thinking if price comes back to this area and it bounces off of it, I think that would be a good trade. Am I gonna take it? I'm not sure. Honestly, it depends on where the market opens up. Another zone I'm looking at is this 1 hour supply zone that we are rejecting so far. Again, I don't know if I'm going to trade off of it. Honestly, just depends on how the market opens up. But back down to the 90-minute time frame, there is a zone which I've been looking at for months, literally since November. I've been looking at this area. We've been rejecting this area here for what? About 2 months. I mean, every time we've tapped into the zone here, you can see we have clean rejections off of it. So I think if the buys come, so I think if price gets above the 930s, I think we could easily get up here to this 90-minute supply zone that the market has tapped into many times. And then in order for us to break past it, again, the buyers just need to be strong, which they've been strong for a while, for hours. So, I mean, they would just need to continue. Another zone I'm looking at is this 45-minute supply zone, which looks like the market is going to tap into soon if it goes up a bit more higher. Okay, this also looks, I like this. This looks like a clean 45-minute demand zone here. So, let me see how far away it is. Yeah. I think if I take short, it would have to be, or one of the shorts that I would take is just if it gets below this 45-minute demand zone. So if it does something like that, I would take shorts. That's only if that happens though. I'm also going to mark this wick up here as liquidity. But honestly, I think if price gets up here around 0.45, I think it should easily push up to this 90-minute supply zone up here, which again, we've touched up on many times and rejected it. And like obviously price is bullish, but I don't want to buy into the market right away. I want to make sure I have an actual reason. Okay, and I think that's pretty much it for the zones. Let me double check this area. What website is that for the news? It's called marketedge.ai. Honestly, like, the only reason I have it is for the Trump tracker. It just lets me know when he's going to be speaking live, which I think is helpful because if he does speak around market open, it could be a reason for the market to be choppy. All week, this news has came out positive. Unemployment true reaction will happen at 9:30. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the overnight session was pretty crazy. I mean, I didn't trade it, but just looking at it, the push up is pretty bullish, pretty interesting. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie. If I was trading Asian session yesterday, I would have been I would have been bearish. And that's just because at one point we did get below this 4-hour demand zone here. And I just thought, okay, if we get below this zone, then we're going to be very bearish. But when we retested this area, we broke right past it. So glad I don't trade Asian session. I would have gotten shit on, honestly. Okay, I think that's it for the zones. On NASDAQ, let's look at US 30. This is yesterday's zones. looks kind of messy. But what happened yesterday was shorts came in eventually, and it tapped into this 4 hour demand zone, almost to the tick. Well, kind of, yeah, on this white line here. And then we rejected it. We've been going up ever since. And then it looks it looks like there was nothing around this area. It also just kind of looks like it rejected this 45-minute supply zone. But I'm going to erase everything and just kind of restart the analysis, kind of get a fresh view on everything. Okay, this looks like a good 3 hour supply zone. I mean, I don't have to chart all the way down here, but I'm just gonna do it. I see a zone. Is it just me, or like has this week passed by very slow? I don't know. Normally the weeks pass by very quickly for me, but this week, I don't know. It feels kind of different. Maybe it's because I actually have changed my morning routine. Maybe that's why. Okay, I'm not seeing too many zones here. I mean, this could have been a 30-minute demand zone here, but yeah, it just looks kind of choppy. Let me see on the 1 minute. Damn. I don't know. It looks too choppy here. I'll mark it anyways, since the market is bouncing off of it. Will I take a trade off of it? I don't think so. I mean, just looking at US 30 right now, I think NASDAQ looks a bit more better when it comes to the zones. This is also a 15-minute supply zone here. Damn, not much. I'm trying to double check to see if I maybe missed the zone, but there's nothing. Why so early are you? What do you mean? Why am I charting early? Maybe. I just like to kind of take my time. What's your bias today? I don't have one, honestly. Don't have one. I never have a bias. I try not to have one. US 30, man, I don't think I'm going to trade it today. Unless US 30 maybe comes up, breaks out these highs, then maybe I would take longs. But other than that, I don't have much on US 30. Or unless US 30 pushes down to this 4 hour demand zone that we bounced off of yesterday, then I would look at it. But other than that, I don't know. I think NASDAQ looks better. Now that I have all the zones, just gonna do support and resistance really quick. You know, I also wanted to check VWAP on NASDAQ. How long has it been since we haven't touched up on VWAP. About 9 hours. Usually when I see that, I kind of expect the market to tap into VWAP, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, if I take shorts, I think it'd have to be either if we tap into this zone and then reject it, then I would take shorts, or if we get below basically this low here, if we get below 820s, then I would short it. If I do short it, I'd probably just target either VWAP or just 200 ticks. I also got to keep in mind, like, just because it was a crazy overnight session does not mean New York session is going to be crazy. It's happened many times where the overnight session's beautiful and then New York session is kind of the opposite. If there are overlapping zones, do you throw out the lower time frames and focus on the largest time frame? Yeah, most of the time. Most of the time. Especially like 5 minute zones. I don't like 5 minute zones. So I try to focus on bigger ones. Right here, though, these zones are overlapping here. Usually, I would not do this. I would just focus on the 90-minute zone since it's like the bigger time frame one. But I just decided to put it on today. Really, just because I don't have too many zones, you know? So I just put it on. And and also like this 15-minute zone is pretty strong as well. You know, now that I look at this, this is not a real 90-minute zone. It's really not. I mean, the basing candle looks bigger than the actual move down. They're yeah. I'm just gonna focus on the 15-minute time frame one. It's not really a 90-minute supply zone now that I look at it. Damn. The zones on US 30 honestly are horrible for me. Unless it goes down to this 4 hour demand zone. Then I'd be like, okay, I'm looking at US 30. Other than that, though, like, I don't know. I mean, I could take a trade off of this 30-minute. I think it would make sense, right? It'd be kind of this pre-market range breakout. But I'd need to see, like, a good retest on the zone. I need to see more confirmation than usual. Just because we've kind of chopped up around this area. Yeah. The week's been fast for me only because I started sleeping through the night and waking up a few hours before the session instead of staying up all night. That's kind of what I've been doing. I mean, I don't stay up all night, but usually, like, I'll be on my phone till like 11 p.m. Then I'd go to sleep, wake up tired. But now, like, I get off social media at 9, start getting ready for bed, and I fall asleep. And not this week was the first time in a while that like I've woken up well rested. Like the other day I woke up at 6 a.m. and I felt great. I haven't felt like that in a while. So now I know to just be serious about the bedtime. Don't be on the phone too late. as it definitely affects how I wake up for sure. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, support and demand. Boom. I'm also gonna chart um pretty high up, pretty far away from price, just in case we do have a crazy opening. I mean, we'll see, we'll see. Okay, I don't like that line. How big is this? Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna be charting over here. Alright, I think this is good enough. Now it's US 30. Support and resistance. I mean, I'm just gonna chart it in case. I don't think I'm gonna trade it, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll definitely be looking at US 30 if like it has a way better open than Nasdaq. So if it has more volume. I mean, also with US 30, like, if it does go higher, I would expect it to be a clean move up to this 3 hour supply zone. And it's really just because there's not much around this area. The dogs are going crazy. It's like they have a schedule to bark. They were not barking earlier. But as soon as I stream, boom. They know. I think they know. I think they know. I like once I start talking to start barking. Okay. Maybe I should chart down here. Also, same thing if it goes down. I think if it breaks these lows, it should be a clean move down. Kind of. Kind of. Alright, that's it for me. Now I'm just gonna wait for market to open. Good morning. Are you going to be opening or entering any trades at market open? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, that's the goal. Get a trade around market open, but we'll see how it opens, you know. The move overnight was pretty big, so we'll see if the markets are tired or if they're going to keep going. It's gonna be very impressive if it stays very bullish. Just because the market is already up quite a lot, you know? I mean, the market is already up 1.4% overnight, which is pretty big. So, for it to continue to go higher, like, it's gonna need a good reason. You know, it's gonna need very good volume. This is the zone I was looking at. This 1 hour demand zone here. I was just thinking, you know, if we get above the 900s, most likely the next stop is going to be this 45-minute supply zone here. Which, if you zoom into this 45-minute area, we've kind of chopped up at this 50% line. So I'll definitely have to see a good retest of the zone if I buy off of it. But if I sell off of it, I'm going to need to see a clean rejection off of it. Yeah. There it is, pushing up. I'm not going to take a trade yet. I want to see how the market opens up. But I mean, now that it is pushing up, I expect this to go up to 971. Sorry, I'm texting. My bad. I got distracted. We got 5 more minutes left. I almost forgot I was streaming. I'm not gonna lie. Do you watch trading YouTubers at all? Yeah. It's crazy because when I finish trading, like, I don't want to watch traders. But when I look at my subscription, you know, the videos on my subscription, it's all trading videos. So I am subscribed to a lot of traders. Do I watch them consistently? Not really, but here and there, like, I'll definitely watch traders. I watch a lot of payout videos. Those are like one of my favorite ones. But I don't like watching like videos that go over strategies or something, cuz I'm already like educated on something that works for me. So I don't want to stuff my brain with too much information, you know? But yeah, I'm subscribed to too many traders, too many traders. But yeah, I'll finish trading. I'm like, let me take a break from trading. Let me watch some YouTube. And it's just, I scroll and it's just all trading videos. So then from there, I search up like cop videos. I don't know if you guys watch cop videos. Like, what is it called? Code Blue. Code Blue Cam. Midwest Safety. I like those videos. Like the cop videos. One of my favorite videos to watch while I'm eating. Yeah, I don't know why. I like watching a lot of like crime videos or like documentaries. Another thing I'll watch a lot is like manifestation videos. Like, you know, those YouTubers that talk about that stuff. I watch not a lot of it, but sometimes I do. I used to watch like manifestation videos 24/7, but then I learned like manifestation is part of like what it really is like embodiment and like literally just being the future version of yourself. And if I watch manifestation videos, I'm not being the future version of myself. That's how I think of it. So I try not to watch too many like hippie manifestation videos. But a channel I do watch is the I Am channel. Damn, I forgot his name. But that's what the channel is called. I really like him. I like him. Your stream is lagging. It is. I just got a notification. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth streaming. Um, it should be better now. Okay, here's the market open. US 30 looks like it might close above this 15-minute supply zone. I want to wait for the 1 minute to close. Maybe if it retests the area, then I would take longs. The longs look really good. It's just I kind of want extra confirmation today, and for me that would just be some sort of retest. But yeah, US 30 kind of looks like it's already breaking out to the upside. We'll see though. Nasdaq looks like it's pulling back, maybe retesting this area here. If Nasdaq pulls back, I would want to see it bounce around 870. If it doesn't bounce around 870, then I'm going to wait for it to tap 838. Where's VWAP? Okay, yeah. VWAP's also kind of far away. Which is good, but we haven't really touched up on VWAP for hours. Okay, US 30's retesting this area here. I would want to see a bounce around this area. Obviously, though, if it goes back below 440s, then I'm going to wait for the 5 minute to close. Yeah, I think today I'm gonna wait for the 5 minute to close. Usually I like getting to trades like around 9:31, but it's not so clear to me today. So I'm just gonna wait for the 5 minute to close. This opening range on Nasdaq so far around 200 ticks. Pretty good open. Pretty good open. Is also a good open on US 30. US 30, I like the bounce. I think I would only short NASDAQ if I see like a really good candle close below 870 plus a retest. But I would be fine missing out on this short if it goes lower. So far, it just looks like it's bouncing off of this area, but struggling to break structure to the upside. This kind of reminded me of yesterday's price action. Like good volume, but very wicky. We'll see how this 1 minute candle closes. So far on the 1 minute time frame is bouncing off of this area, but just failing to break the highs. So I kind of think it should push down to 838. Once it goes down to 838, then I'll be looking for a trade. Mm. Yeah, this is the last minute of the 5 minute candle, and it's starting to create a huge wick, which to me is just it's like a bit sus. Yeah, crazy reversal that last minute there. Not gonna lie, it's kind of unclear for me just where we are. I'm kind of just waiting for it to touch up on zones that I actually like, you know? It's also just it looks very wiki. And I mean that crazy reversal the last minute of the 5 minute candle. Also, I do want to see it either go lower or higher pretty soon. Pretty soon. Because if it stays like this the next 4 minutes, then the opening range is going to be pretty tiny on NASDAQ at least. And like I did like the longs on US 30 because of this retest here, but the price action on the 1 minute time frame was just not it, you know. Usually the open on US 30 is like crazy, but I didn't get that today, which is why I didn't take a buy right here. Yeah, so far the opening range on NASDAQ is what, 94 points or 380 ticks, which I would say is pretty small compared to recent days. It's also pretty small compared to the move that it made overnight, you know? Yeah, for me, this area here honestly is like a no trade zone for me. There's just crazy wicks here. We're basically chopping up in these areas. So I'm waiting for it to either tap 871 or 840 down here. But yeah, this area here for me no trade zone. I want to see it break out of this range that we're in. Let me see how the 15-minute candle closed. I mean, the 15-minute candle looks like it's going to close out bullish, but for me, it's closing out weak. You know, it's huge wick, small body. That's what I see. But hopefully, it goes up higher to 970. I'm also just not interested in taking the orb trade. Just because if I take the orb trade, then I have to worry about these supply zone up here, and then this demand zone down here. So I'm not interested in the opening range breakout. Crazy 1 minute candles though. And also, I think if the market stays within this area until 10 a.m., it'll have to be a no trade day for me. But we'll see. We have around 15 minutes left. I mean, it says there's high impact 10:30 news, but I mean, I don't think it's going to do much. VWAP's getting closer to price. So we'll see if we tap it. We haven't tapped it in around, 9 to 10 hours. So I feel like we should tap it soon. What convinced you to start trading with Apex, though you didn't prefer them? The only reason I'm trading with Apex is because they have 20 accounts. That's literally the only reason. Like, if another prop firm could allow you to have 20 accounts, then I would have been trading with them. But unfortunately, Apex is the only one. And I've gotten paid out from them before. My first payout ever was with Apex. Yeah, and it was also on my first PA ever. After that, didn't get funded again. You can see right here. This is my second funded account with Apex ever. Okay, I mean, US 30 looks like it's bouncing off of this area. I think the buys look really good on US 30 still. It's just there hasn't been a good candle close above this area of resistance right here. It's also just kind of choppy on the 1 minute time frame so far. It could change. But, I wanted to see better price action the first 15 minutes. I didn't see that, so I didn't take the trade. I mean, honestly, I want to call it a day now, but I'm also trying to be patient. So, 10 minutes, if the market is still within these range, then I'm just going to call it a day. Wait for tomorrow. It's also just not surprising that it's choppy because of the overnight session. The overnight session was pretty crazy. The move that it did is pretty big. And I feel like that gets traders excited. Like, oh my gosh, like it's a crazy market. Like New York Open is going to be insane. And then it does the opposite. Not surprising. Do you think Apex pays out consistently? If you follow their rules, then yeah. I think. I'm trying to find out, Trying to find out. I mean, like, if you go on Twitter and you search up Apex payouts, you'll see a lot of traders getting paid out from Apex. Not gonna lie, like I like to search up Apex payouts occasionally on Twitter. It just reminds me, like, if other people can do it, then so can I. That's why I watch a lot of payout videos as well. It just reminds me, like, it's definitely possible. Okay, this is a nasty move down on Nasdaq. Let's see if it goes down to this 837 area. Is also very close to VWAP, so I don't think I would short it around this area just because VWAP is there. But I mean, if I see the break and retest, then I'm gonna have to take it. If it looks clean, then I'll be willing to risk shorts. What time is it? Okay, 3 more minutes for this 5 minute candle to close. Let's see. Do I aim for one payout a month, or does it really matter to you? Of course, I aim for a payout a month at least. But, sometimes it's not that way. Sometimes you get zero payouts. And if you stress about it, you're just going to delay your payout even more. So it's like, of course, I want to pay out every month, but I also can't really chase it. Once I start chasing a payout, like, that's when it goes downhill. Doesn't it get confusing when there are a bunch of supply and demand zones too close together? It gets confusing when, like, we start chopping up like this. Like, honestly, I'm erasing this zone, and I'm also gonna erase this zone right here. It really doesn't get too confusing for me. Just It's also just because I do it every single day. And every morning I mark out the zone and I tell myself, okay, I'm looking at this zone. If it does this, then I'll do that. If it does that, then I'll do this, Yeah, this is chopped. I mean, this is this is really chopped. It's choppy, it's low volume, it's everything I don't need. I got 7 more minutes though. If we're still in this area, I'm just gonna call it a day. I'm not gonna trade today if the markets are gonna be like this. It could also just be like one of those days where the move does happen, it just happens later on in the day. It could definitely be that. But for me, I just feel like my A plus setup truly it shows up the first 15 minutes. So me waiting like an hour or 2 hours for a setup, I don't think it's worth it to me. We also have tomorrow, left to trade. So if I don't trade tomorrow, then we'll see what happens. Or sorry, if I don't trade today, then we'll see what happens tomorrow. It's also been a really good week for me. I mean, I took 2 wins basically and then one small loss yesterday. So I wouldn't want to jeopardize my good week on horrible price action. Break even might happen. Oh yeah, especially with these wicks. Trading views tweaking a little bit. I know trading view is horrible to like trade on, but it's really good to chart on. Nas hit a 15/30 minute demand zone that broke structure to the upside. When was that? Yesterday? Because I don't see this breaking structure anywhere. It's 3 more minutes for this 15-minute candle to close. And so far, it looks like it's going to close with huge wicks and small body. So, again, like, I really could stick around, wait for a trade, but honestly, I don't want to. Especially not after yesterday. Yesterday was it was tough for me, because it's not like I was wrong with the trades. It's just the break even that messed me up. And that was tough to accept. That's why I walked away. I didn't even stick around to chat. Like, called it a day very quickly. And I'm glad I did. Should we close below 870, 850? Then I will short it again to 830, 820. I mean, yeah, if it makes sense to you. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited for the weekend. I mean, like, I don't have anything crazy planned out, but I don't know. I think I'm excited to take a break from trading. Sometimes it's like that. Alright, yeah. I'm not gonna trade today. It's 10 a.m. Usually I'm done by 10 a.m. So, I mean, I could stick around, wait for a trade, but I don't think it's gonna be worth it for me. So, that's it for me. I could definitely wait, but it's just like the price action's not good on the smaller time frame. I mean, like, even on the 5 minute time frame, most of the candlesticks have huge wicks. Okay, I mean, this 15-minute candle closed out pretty strong. Yeah. I'm gonna call it a day here. I don't think I'm gonna trade today. Even even US 30. I'm bullish on US 30 just because it's closing above this area of resistance and this supply zone came back to retest it, and so far we're bouncing off of it. I'm bullish on US 32 because I think it could go up to this 3 hour supply zone up here. It's just, it's not what I usually look for, not gonna lie. I also just don't want to FOMO into a continuation trade if there's low volume. So, yeah. The only thing I would look for is NASDAQ tapping into this 45-minute demand zone here. That's the trade that I was looking for originally. It definitely could still happen for sure. I think a good trade is going to show up from here, but I just don't like it. I don't. So, yeah, that's it for me, guys. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a stream on Saturday, but I might, just reviewing all the trades that I took this week. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow should be better. Do we have any high impact news? Not really. It says we have high impact news at 9:15. So, that's kind of weird. I don't think it's going to do much. Maybe if some news comes out, some news on, I don't know, Trump and the tariffs, maybe some news with Powell, maybe some other news with some other things, maybe that could move the market. So, hopefully tomorrow's better. It's been a really good week though. It has. Even yesterday was good. Even though I had a small losing day, it was really good. The price action was mostly good. I think this month it's been pretty good. I like this month. Same thing with December. December was pretty good. But yeah, the goal with these 20 Apex accounts is just to take it slow. And a no trade day is taking it slow. So I'm really just sticking to the plan here. Even though, it kind of, right now, it might not seem like, the best thing, but in reality, it is. It is. But alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And if you're going to trade, wait for an A plus setup that you actually think would play out nice. I would wait for more volume to kick in, not gonna lie. And don't be on the charts all day. You're trading for freedom, not just money, so keep that in mind.